The music world is grieving the loss of Antone Chubby Tavares, the beloved lead singer of the internationally celebrated R&B group Tavares, whose voice defined a golden era of soul, disco, and American pop culture. His passing has left fans heartbroken and sparked a wave of tributes from generations of listeners who grew up with the unmistakable sound of the Tavares brothers. Chubby died peacefully at home at the age of 81, surrounded by comfort and love, according to his family. He was a man whose voice uplifted millions, whose presence on stage radiated joy, and whose humility offstage made him unforgettable. As the world reacts to his passing, today we talk about his funeral, the attendance of all the Tavares brothers, and the expected place of burial. His son, Antone Tavares Jr., shared that though his father's health had declined throughout the past year, his positivity and spirit never faded. Even during difficult days, Chubby remained upbeat, thankful, and full of gratitude for the life he had lived. Those close to him often said his personality was as warm as his voice. Whether performing for thousands or greeting a single fan backstage, he carried himself with a gentle, gracious energy that defined the Tavares name. His family's announcement described him as peaceful in his final moments, fitting end for a man whose music brought comfort to so many. As a word of his death spread online and across news outlets, fans from around the world recalled the countless memories tied to Tavares' music. For many, songs like Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel became soundtracks to dances, weddings, road trips, and celebrations. The group's smooth harmonies and joyful energy captured the spirit of the 1970s in a way few artists could replicate. Their music crossed cultural, geographic, and generational boundaries, becoming a global symbol of happiness and unity. Chubby's voice, powerful yet silky, was at the heart of it. Chubby and his brothers formed the group in 1973, building their identity as Cape Verdean-Americans raised in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and Providence, Rhode Island. Their upbringing shaped their music deeply. The brothers, Ralph, Victor, Butch, Tiny, and Pooch shared not only blood, but also a lifelong musical bond that grew out of family traditions, community songs, and early performances in local venues. Their rise to fame felt natural, the result of talent, discipline, and the unbreakable connection of performing with family. Their success reached extraordinary heights, with hits like Never Had a Love Like This Before and their Grammy-winning rendition of More Than a Woman for the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Tavares became household names. They were known for their energizing harmonies, their performance charisma, and their ability to blend soul, pop, and disco into a style all their own. Even decades later, their music remains instantly recognizably, a timeless sound that continues to fill dance floors and playlists. As the lead singer, Chubby carried a unique responsibility. His voice often set the emotional tone of the group, and his presence on stage created an instant connection with the audience. He was the brother who stepped forward to deliver the soaring notes, the emotional phrases, and the unforgettable vocal hooks that lifted Tavares' music into the hearts of millions. Fans often said that hearing him sing live was like being pulled into a wave of joy. He maintained that magic throughout his career, even during his solo years. After a lifetime of performing, Chubby retired in 2023 with a final show at the Zeiterion Performing Arts Center in New Bedford, a symbolic location tied deeply to the family's roots. Those who attended said it felt like both a celebration and a heartfelt farewell. He performed with grace, passion, and gratitude, ending his career exactly where it began, in front of the people and the community who first believed in him. Chubby is predeceased by two of his brothers, creating another layer of sadness around his passing. Ralph died in December 2021, just before turning 80, and Pooch passed away in April 2024 at age 81. These losses were significant for the Tavares family, who have always placed immense value on unity, brotherhood, and heritage. Chubby often spoke lovingly about his brothers, describing how each had contributed to their collective success and how performing with them made every moment special. In the wake of Chubby's death, many fans began asking whether the surviving Tavares brothers Tiny, Butch, and Victor would gather for the funeral. Early indications suggest that all of them fully intend to attend. standing together to honor their brother, just as they stood together on stage for decades. Their presence would be emotional for fans, symbolizing not only the end of an era, but also the unbroken unity of their family bond. Seeing the brothers together again, even in grief, would be deeply meaningful for those who followed their journey. Through triumphs, challenges, and unforgettable music. At this moment, the funeral has not yet taken place, and the family is still finalizing arrangements. Because Chubby's impact stretched across communities from Rhode Island to Cape Verde, the planning requires careful coordination. The celebration of his life will likely reflect his values: love, connection, gratitude, and music. The family has hinted that details will be announced soon, and fans around the world wait patiently, eager to pay their respects. The expected attendance at the memorial will likely include not only the Tavares brothers but also musical legends. From the 1970s and beyond, artists influenced by the group may perform or offer tributes. Local leaders from Rhode Island and New Bedford, including cultural representatives and officials who honored Tavares over the years, may attend as well. The broader Cape Verdean community, deeply proud of the Tavares family's contributions to culture and representation, is also expected to participate in the farewell, either in person or through community gatherings and musical tributes. The question of where Chubby will be buried has stirred discussion among fans. 3 locations hold significance: New Bedford, Providence, and Cape Verde. New Bedford is perhaps the strongest possibility, as it was a core part of the Tavares family's story and the place where their musical dreams first took shape. Providence, too, is deeply connected to their heritage. Fans in both cities have already begun leaving flowers and messages at locations associated with the family. Some believe that honoring Chubby's life near these communities would give fans an accessible place to remember him. Cape Verde, their ancestral homeland, is another meaningful option. The idea of being laid to rest in the land of his roots carries emotional weight, especially for families who value cultural legacy and heritage. However, the decision ultimately rests with Chubby's children and brothers and will be made based on what they believe reflects his wishes, till the family makes an official announcement. The exact burial location remains unconfirmed. Alongside the private funeral, a larger public celebration of life is expected after the initial ceremonies. Such an event may take place at the Zairian Performing Arts Center, a symbolic venue connected to Chubby's final performance, or at a major Rhode Island auditorium. Fans may gather to sing together, share memories, and honor a man who brought joy into millions of homes. The event may include video tributes, musical performances, and speeches by family members, musicians, and friends who knew him personally. Online, tributes continue to appear every hour. Fans have shared stories about playing Tavares songs at family gatherings, teaching their children the harmonies and watching their parents dance to these timeless classics. Many wrote that Chubby's music felt like a piece of their identity, a connection to childhood and family history. Others recalled meeting him in person and being touched by his kindness, gentleness, and sincerity. Although the funeral has not yet happened, and the final details are still being organized, one thing is certain: Chubby Tavares leaves behind a musical legacy that will continue to shine for generations. His voice, his energy, and his love for performing made him a rare artist, one whose songs will never fade and whose memory will continue to unite fans around the world.